This morning I've decided to be driven to a coffee shop by the sea. Only one item in the agenda: England, Scotland, of course. A couple of things to say before we talk about the game. One, I'm a bit biased on this one. Every time I went to Glasgow, I felt very welcome, and I tend to meet very knowledgeable set of fans, especially when we were touring with the books. The kind of questions, the experiences that they shared with me were really true fans that understood and loved Spanish football. But I identify more with what England are doing. I feel that the influence of Spanish coaches, Pep Guardiola certainly, Pochettino, half Spanish as well, means that they are playing in a way that I feel close to. And the players, they have been brought up with their love of the Spanish football. I know that, I know it every time I meet them, so I'm a bit biased about it. Secondly, the reaction to what England did had to do a lot with the result. Victory, so everything was rosy. But I did see a very cautious England with fullbacks that didn't push on. Walker only put a couple of crosses in. Trippier on the left hand side was there to protect Mings, but also for the set pieces, but to solidify the defence. He didn't need to push on, and I think Gareth Southgate won't change that because he's playing the competition, the occasion. Yes, it was Wembley, the first game of the tournament that England hadn't won yet. There was all that, but also the feeling that he wants to win the way that France does it, being solid and trusting the forwards, because he knows the forwards can make the difference. That's why I feel perhaps today there will be a freshen up of those roles. Perhaps you won't see Foden and Sterling, and you'll see other players in that position. But I've got the impression that Southgate feels that he hasn't got midfielders to control the game. So when Croatia did control it, well, England were happy to defend behind the ball and making sure that nothing was conceded. England deserved the 3 points, but quite clearly was done in a very conservative way. There will be time to be more expensive, but not a lot, I do feel, because, as I say, I feel Gareth Southgate feels that the most important thing is here not to concede. And because in England the style is not a big debate, it's not that important, it's about winning, I think fans will stay behind the team. But if they don't win with this style, I feel that Gareth Southgate will be burned at the stake in a way. Early days for that. Favourites against Scotland, no doubt. But I've got another question mark about Harry Kane's role. The way he plays as a 9.5, almost as a 10, I don't think he's needed there. Mount can do that. Foden and Sterling will come inside. They can do that. Isn't it a little bit that Kane is needed further up front, but now he's not comfortable doing that role? So what should his role be with England? I just feel that he should be more of a 9 and less of a 10 and allow others to deliver the ball to him. But how do you adjust that when he spent the whole season doing that role that I insist I think is not needed in England? How about Scotland? I think it's been proven that the new number 10s, if you like, can be the fullbacks. Andy Robertson, the most dangerous player for Scotland. But a lot of the danger from Andy Robertson came when Scotland decided, instead of bypassing the midfield with long balls from David Marshall, the goalkeeper, actually they played through the middle because they have the quality to actually do that. Mike King, McTominay, Armstrong, they are used in their teams to actually keep the ball, and they did that much better in the second half. I think that's where Scotland should play their game, to take the ball off England and then to build from there and allow Andy Robertson to grow that way. But warning signs, especially in the Patrick Schick fantastic goal from the halfway line, because yes, Scotland were attacking, but they were very disorganized defensively. You have to still keep an eye on your position when you defend. You have to be close of the centre forward. Two of the centre backs were pushed on too far on the left hand side. Space was created. David Marshall was too far away from goal. All those things, all those little details, if you keep that advantage to England, you will be punished. England favourites, but what a game in store for everyone.